Hello guys, and welcome to your September pick a card reading. Oh yeah, I have 30% off all my readings right now, so definitely go check that out. tawnymichelleyt.com. All astrology readings, all tarot readings, they are 30% off right now, only for the next week, so make sure you definitely go check out that sale. So this is basically what the universe wants you to know about September. Anything that could even still be going on right now that is transpiring for the events that are going to happen for you in September. So if you need some guidance on a situation, if you want to know what's coming, I don't know, if you're just like into pick a card readings, then go ahead and pick the pile of cards you would like. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, this is pile 3, this is pile 4. We're going to start with pile 1 and move all the way over. I have crystals on them, so if you'd like to just pick by which crystal you are being pulled to, it's really important to try to use your intuition when picking a pile, or go with your gut feeling. So go ahead and pick a pile. You can pause the video if you'd like, if you need time to pick. Definitely let me know down below as you're listening what you think. If you resonate, I'd love to know. The September horoscopes, the videos for September, the September readings for all signs will start coming out within the next week or two. Can't wait for that. And let's go ahead and jump into the readings. Okay, so starting with pile 1, this is for those of you that picked pile 1. So let's do this. We're going to start with the bottom card first and work our way up to the top cards. So the first card you guys have is centering. Okay, so I feel like you guys have had a lot of chaos going on, like in the recent past, a lot of just things going on that were just distracting you from the things that you really wanted to focus on. And there is coming, if there hasn't been already, then coming up, it seems like there will be a sense of peace, of calm, of getting back to center, getting back to yourself, getting back to who you are and what you like to do. Some of you could have been recently going through some really rough relationship situations, whether it was romantic or otherwise, and now you are kind of being forced to be more centered, be more grounded on your own, and learn who you are and learn from everything that's happened recently in your life. So it looks like things are going to kind of be giving you a break coming up in September, and basically that's if you really want them to. Obviously, if you're still focusing on the chaos, and then you're still inviting the chaos into your life, you know what I mean? But if you start really looking at this as a time to get to know you, a time to get back to yourself. I also am getting that some of you are trying to heal some things from childhood. Something happened in your childhood, or basically there's been themes coming up from your childhood, or there's still wounds from your childhood that need to be healed. Or maybe there's a person from your childhood that came back around, something to do with your childhood. So let's go ahead and see what the next cards have to say. Ooh, so we have rest and rejuvenation. So what was I just saying? That is amazing. You are really getting back in tune with yourself, your intuition, your clarity. A peace of mind is coming. It's right around the corner. So don't give up now. You're getting very close. Things are going to really come full circle for you in September. You're going to get to rest. You're going to get to relax. Some of you have been running around like a crazy person because of other people. Like other people may tend to like rely on you a lot, pile number 1, to the point where you're like, holy shit, like I can't put up with you bitches anymore. Sorry. If you're not new here, then that's not, cussing, is my thing. But if you're new here, that might have just shocked the shit out of you. So sorry about that. But basically, cuss, pile number 1, like get your shit out there. Don't be scared to take a breather for yourself and tell people to just screw all the way off. It's your time. I'm really getting a lot of Virgo energy from this pile, so some of you could have a lot of Virgo in your chart, something along those lines. Also, if you do have Virgo in your chart, Leo is your 12th house, so this is the best time to get back to you and focus on you, okay? If you don't have Virgo in your chart, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, or this could just be September, since September is Virgo season, right? So, all right, the next card is Happy Family. Ooh, so this is some of your issue, actually. Some of you are having an issue with your family because your family needs you for everything, and you're just constantly running around like a chicken with their head cut off, doing so much for your family and just doing so much for other people, devoting all your time and energy to others. and it's not working anymore. So you're getting back to center. You're getting back to who you are. Like I was saying in the beginning, some of you could have childhood stuff coming up. I think this really validates the childhood thing that I was kind of picking up on with the first card. Some of you are really healing wounds from your childhood and from your family. And for some of you, this doesn't necessarily have to be your blood related family. This could be other people that you've been close to that maybe you once considered your family. So it's really important for you to realize, especially in September, and I think you may have already started, like the seeds have already been being planted in August and maybe even before then, but pile number one, it's really important for you to realize that in September, by taking care of yourself, you will take care of your family. I almost feel like a renewal here, like a purity, like just like, not like reborn, but just a renewal basically coming for you if you take care of yourself and if you truly turn within and if you truly get back to your own center. Because if you're back to your own center, everything else is balanced out, and you take care of others that way without even having to try to, because you're okay. And if people really love you, then they want to see you happy and okay. If they don't really love you, then that's a whole different story. So you should really be questioning the people in your life and their motives if they're not happy to see you happy. All right, so moving on to the next card, pile number one, hole in the soul. Yes, so this is exactly what I was talking about. You guys have a lot of healing that needs to be done, pile number one. A lot of healing, and I think that at some point in your life, in your childhood, there was some wounds that had developed because you were a child and something happened to you and you weren't able to process what was happening at the time. And so now, as an adult, you're attracting all of these things into your life and you're like, why do I keep attracting this? Or you're doing the same thing over and over and you're like, why does this keep happening? Why do I keep doing this? And it's because of some childhood stuff that I think is really going to help you heal. So some of you could be taking a vacation, some of you could be maybe going on a retreat or doing some kind of healing work on yourself in the month of September. And it's going to help you transform. If you see all the roses in here, and then 3 and 6 equals 9. So I really do feel like there's a culmination point happening for you in September where you really get to the bottom of some things. You really get some answers that you've been looking for, which is amazing, pile number one. So let's see what else you have going on here. Okay, so you have Leo energy coming up here, which is all about self-confidence, creation, taking chances, impressiveness, results from impressiveness, leadership, creativity, doing what you want to. So this is all about self. This is all about finding your self-will, honestly, your power within, that passion, that spark, that creativity, that soul, that like just childlike power within, going back to when you were a child and expressing that creative energy and that imagination that you had as a child and using it in your everyday life today to help you heal. That's what I'm getting. Some of you could have a Leo in your life or someone with Leo in their chart in your life, or some of you could be dealing with some 5th house transits. Okay, so then we have the 10th house. So this is all about your destiny, where you're going, your career, your responsibility, your success, and becoming a person of power and status. So this is amazing. So this is all about owning your power, pile number one. This is all about taking control. This is all about healing the shit from the past, healing the shit in your life that's not working out anymore. That way you can move forward and move on with your life and become more in control or more out of control, however you want to look at it, of your life basically. And you can carve a path for yourself. Some of you could be going through some career stuff as well. So for some of you, like I was saying before, that a lot of people rely on you, and for some of you this could be in your work life as well. And some of you could have children as well. I'm kind of picking up because with the whole children vibe. So some of you guys could be kind of really trying to balance out being a parent and work. All right, the next card is patience. So this is interesting. This is basically your advice card. So you've done a lot of work, you've put in a lot of effort into something, you have really put a lot of energy into trying to develop something, trying to make something happen, whether it's a job, family situation, healing, whatever. And it looks like it is coming full circle in September, you guys, so just hold on a little bit longer. That doesn't mean you don't have to take action though, because some of these some of these things that we've talked about are going to require some steps on your part as well. But it is coming full circle. As you can see with the moon cycles, everything will come full circle. So something could even happen for you at like one of the newer full moons that we have in Virgo season. All right, and we have, ooh, the Six of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, it's not the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Justice card. Interesting. So, another 9. Like we had the 3 and the 6 before. Let's see what else we have. We have 7, 10, 9, 4, 19. That one doesn't have a number. Interesting. A lot of family, work, home, and self. So this is being more independent. This is finding your self-worth. This is just a lot of growth, a lot of evolving, a lot of payoff for your work, and being very self-sufficient and successful. And then we have Justice. So this is balance. You know, this is a decision or balance, seeing two sides of a situation. Libra energy. Some of you guys that are dealing with relationships in your life, I think you're finding that you can be more self-sufficient on your own. You don't need a relationship to be happy or to depend on. And for some of you, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could just be other. Some of you may have a business partner or maybe going into business with someone and it looks good. Some of you are going to get some kind of payoff from possibly from an institution or something that you've invested money in and you're waiting on a payoff. Some of you guys might be signing some contracts in September for some reason that I really think are gonna turn out very good for you. It's just about having patience. Some of you guys are waiting for some money to come in from the courts or from an institution or the government, and it looks like it will happen if you are one of those people waiting on that. Now with Justice, it can be karma, it can be balancing the scales. It's also about honesty. So those things could come up in your life as well. But I think more than anything, pile number 1, this is really about finding a balance, getting back to center, finding yourself and relying on yourself and not letting so many other people rely on you, because in that way you're almost enabling them, you know, and that's not healthy either. So anyways, thank you, pile number 1. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope it resonated. Please feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. And if it resonated, I really love to hear your guys' comments, and I normally like most of them, and I try to comment back when I can as well. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Something you may be going through may help someone else if they see it. So definitely feel free to comment. Hello, welcome to pile number 2. And so if this is for those of you that picked pile number 2, which is right here. We already did pile number 1. So this is pile number 2. Let's go ahead and jump into her. Alrighty, so we're going to start with the bottom cards first and then work our way to the top. Sorry. Okay, so pile number 2, you guys have reflection as your first card. Interesting. I feel the first thing that came to my mind was memories. Some of you are feeling possibly a little bit nostalgic, or there's a lot of memories coming back to you right now. I feel like either the full moon or the new moon is bringing up a lot of childhood stuff, a lot of memories, a lot of past things. And I feel like some of you are really taking the time to reflect on a lot of things in your life. Well, I mean, obviously we have the card reflection, but yeah, some of you guys are taking a lot of time to reflect on things in your life. What's also interesting is there's like a random R on this card, and I'm pretty sure it's not on all of them. So some of you guys have someone in your life with an R, like, I don't know, with an R in their name or something along those lines, or there's a word that's coming up maybe with an R. I also see an A here, possibly an M as well. So that's very interesting, but I really get kind of like a past vibe with this kind of card, kind of taking time to yourself and going over some things. Now, obviously, if this isn't happening yet, it could be coming up very soon in September for you guys. So you guys could be having to reflect on some things in September. So let's go ahead and move on to the next card. So the next card is adjacent possibilities. So this is interesting. So adjacent possibilities is all about possibilities that you may not even see that are there. It's really important to reflect, like the first card said, and whether this is happening now or happening in September, but it's really important for you to kind of reflect on things, because there could be possibilities and doorways that are opening that you don't even see coming. Something could have happened in your life that has kind of gotten you maybe a little bit down or discouraged, or you're maybe feeling stuck. And I think that the advice of this card is basically that there's possibilities happening, and even the reason that you feel stuck or whatever didn't happen the way you thought you wanted it to happen, because that's a possibility in itself. That is something good happening for you in itself that you may not even realize at the time. You know, it seems like it's bad because you wanted something that you didn't get, but it's actually a good thing. It actually did you a favor, and you just can't see it yet. So yeah, I feel like things are, you know, there's definitely some decisions that you could be having to reflect on in the month of September, or even right now. Like I said, some of you could already be resonating with some of this. I feel like these are the seeds that are getting planted for September, but they could already be becoming planted basically. So you have opportunities coming. Even if one door closes, there's so many more that's open, just like this card. It's just really important to really reflect and really think about this before you do anything. Okay, so the next card, ooh, a door to romance. Wow, pile number 2. So one of these doors could definitely be romance, could definitely be a new love situation coming into your life. And you guys know I'm not all like love and soulmates and twin flames and love of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Not that there's anything wrong with people that are all about that, but I'm just not that bitch. So yeah, but I mean, you can't look at that and be like, oh, that's not about love at all. You know what I mean? So some of you guys are maybe dating, maybe something happens where something doesn't go your way with someone that you were interested in, but it's actually because the door is opening for something else. Those of you that are already in relationships, some of you could have feelings for 2 different people, or maybe you are reflecting on someone else that you're in a relationship with, because there's not enough romance there, or things aren't working like they used to. And what's funny here is 24 equals 6 and 33 equals 6, and 6 is all about balance, because it's 3 and 3, right? So some of you are reflecting on your past and kind of putting yourself down for a decision you made to do with love. And it's really stupid if you're doing this, because not necessarily stupid, sorry, that sounds mean, but it's really silly for you to be doing this, because you're judging your past self based on something you know now that you didn't know then, and you're putting your past self down for decisions that were made in the past that you had no control over, because you didn't know the whole story then. So you made the best decision that you could. So some of you may be doing that as well. I'm kind of picking up on. So let's go ahead and see what the next card is. Alchemy. Wow. You guys, this is like very, very interesting here. Some of you guys possibly have a friend in your life that maybe you didn't see before, as like a partner, you know, like as like a significant other or someone romantic. But I really feel like, you know, alchemy is all about taking something and creating something else with it, right? So I feel like whatever you're handed, you can change. Like, you can create something else with it. Kind of like what we were talking about with the adjacent possibilities. Like, what's happening may not seem like a good thing or an opportunity, but it is. And when you get in that mindset, that is when you can turn lead into gold. You know what I mean? So on a more basic level, on a more easier level, this could definitely be some of you that are, maybe there's someone in your life that you never considered like that before, but then now all of a sudden here in coming up in September, it's almost like you guys become more than friends, and you're kind of like, oh, that's why that last relationship didn't work out, because here this person is, you know. Now that's not going to be the case for all of you. So if you're like already in a committed relationship, some of you need to spice up the romance, to spice up the passion. something along those lines. And you may be a little bit closed-minded to your options. You maybe just be like, well, this is getting boring and we're kind of distant and it's not going to work, oh my god, you know. But really it could just be as simple as alchemy, you know, like just looking at the bigger picture of things and not getting so closed-minded and scared right off the bat, and bringing more romance back into your relationships. Now for others of you, you could be dealing with kind of like a breakup, or where you're not with anybody at the moment and you're single, or you just went through something, and basically it could be because you're changing, you know, like this is changing you into a different person, and helping your heart heal, and there's more possibilities that are coming for you that you can't see yet. So moving on, now we have Capricorn coming up here. So this is all about your goals, your day-to-day reality, business, use the most business-like way, dedication to achieve, focusing, results from rules imposed. So very interesting. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you could have Capricorn in your chart. So a lot of you guys are finding your power, or just achieving something, you know, like with the whole alchemy thing, like you're taking something and you're turning it to something else, and it's going to help you feel more powerful, you know. Some of you could be a little hard-headed, like a little bit too realistic as of recently, and maybe you need to look at the bigger picture of something, somewhere along those lines. So let's see what the next card is. Ooh, we have the 12th house. Cool. So seeking oneness with all there is, philanthropy, keep your involvement hidden, your faith, hidden tendencies, large institutions, or overwhelming events. So some of you guys could be going through a 12th house transit. So either maybe Virgo is your 12th house, or maybe you have just planets transiting your 12th house right now, or planets that are affecting your 12th house right now. So that could be something going on. Honestly, it looks like some of you guys, pile number 2, are kind of taking some time to yourself, going within, and I don't know, maybe doing some spells or playing around with some magic or something along those lines. That's kind of what it really looks like. Like this, I'm getting a very witchy vibe from this card. Now, some of you could be doing this for love. I don't personally agree with that, but you're gonna do what you do, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think you should really try to force someone to love you. I think you should love yourself, and if someone really loves you, they'll be in your life how they're supposed to be. But some of you could just be going within to love yourself more, you know what I mean? So it's very, very interesting. Some of you guys are really connecting to some kind of higher power here, and really working on achieving something, some kind of goal here. So that's really, really neat. Pile number 2 so far. Let's see what is next. Ooh, we have stress. So this is similar to the 7 of Wands. Some of you guys, and then the 12th house being the last card, the 12th house is all about retreating, going within, maybe going like on a faraway vacation or something, resting, relaxing, and really focusing on yourself. And I think that's really important for some of you guys right now, pile number 2, especially if you're feeling stressed. Some of you guys could be feeling stressed over some kind of love situation, like I was saying earlier, and I wouldn't try to force anything to happen. It's really important that you take whatever happens and turn it into a positive, turn it into something new, turning it into a growing experience. So let's see what is next. The Star, Aquarian energy, and the 6 of Pentacles. Wow. So I think you had a lot of 6s, didn't you? Have the 12th house, 6 times 2. Capricorn. Yeah, so 3 and 3, which is 6. 2 and 5, which is 7. You got the 7 at the end. 2 and 4, which is 6. So a lot of 6 and 7s, Cap. I was thinking of the Capricorn card. Pile number 2. What is going on here? Some of you guys could be Capricorns, but you don't have to be. Some of you could be Pisces or have Pisces in your chart as well. But Yeah, a lot of 6 and 7. So it's kind of like you're trying to balance everything out. And the star is number 17. Can't make it up, guys. So a lot of you guys are trying to balance out. I feel like some of you are hoping on a reconciliation, and some of you honestly might get it, but do you really want it? That is what is important here. There could be like an amends happening for you guys, pile number 2, an amends. I feel like, and if it's not it's not a reconciliation with another person, it's a reconciliation with yourself, okay? Because that is where you will forgive. That is where you will move on. That is where you will have hope. This has a lot to do with, you know, destiny and moving forward, kind of creating a bridge between the past and the present. And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing here. There could be some financial issues right now that some of you may be stressing about. But with the star, the 12th house, and all the other energy, there's magic happening for you guys, some way, somehow. This could even be like a miracle, even though you may not see it like that. So your perception is really, really important this month. It's really, really important. That first card is reflection. You know what I mean? I want to look at it again. So this first card is all about reflection. It's all about really spending the time to go within, spending the time to look at things, you know what I mean? And so with these 2 cards, you know, I feel like I'm kind of getting the same energy. It's really important to find hope, to find faith, to find a higher purpose, a higher understanding, and to not ignore the calling because of love or money or stress or whatever. So I hope all that makes sense. I feel like it's kind of I'm getting so much from this that it's kind of hard to keep it in like a organized order and communicate it in a more organized way, if that makes sense. So I think some of you guys may be a little bit all over the place right now because that's kind of the energy I'm getting. So it's really important to rest, to heal. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done here, a lot of perception change that needs to be done here. Some of you guys could be getting noticed for something that you do or did. If you can control the stress and the other stuff that we talked about, that could be an issue for you, basically. So thank you so much, pile number 2. Please let me know down below in the comments if you guys resonate with this reading. I'd really love to know. Other people may find your comment helpful too, so it would really be appreciated if you left your feedback down below. Moving on to pile number 3. Hello, pile number 3. So for those of you that picked pile number 3, which is this pile right here, we've already done pile number 1 and pile number 2. This is for you guys. So let's move pile 4 out of the way. So pile number 3, let's see what is going on here with you guys. We're going to start with the bottom cards first and work our way up to the top, okay? So pile number 3, your first card that you have here is Power. Wow, look at that. That's a pretty hot card. I don't know about you guys. Power. This is amazing. So this could mean a lot of things. Some of you guys could be finding your power, stepping into your power. In September, there could be seeds planted right now. Some of you could even resonate with some of this right now. There could be seeds already being planted for you to kind of assert yourself, for you to kind of find your power and be more authentically you. Some of you could be in a situation where someone may have some kind of control or authority over you, and this could be at a job or just in your everyday life, and this is provoking you to find the power within yourself to step up. Power has been a big theme that's been coming up kind of like in my own life lately, actually, and basically I've realized a lot lately about my childhood and all the moments where I felt really powerless and really vulnerable. And those are 2 things that I've attracted, 2 feelings that I've attracted over and over and over again in my life, in many different situations where I was powerless and vulnerable, basically because of not healing those and not working through those from when I felt like that as a child. You know, as a child, you're still developing and your brain's still developing and all of that. So some of you could already kind of be coming into this position or already be in this position. Some of you could be on the opposite side of this position. We're just going to have to kind of see what comes next. because I'm not getting like one direct intuitive feeling off of that. I'm getting a few. So let's see. Ooh, the sun. So this is about new beginnings. This is about self-esteem, being yourself, creative energy, imagination. Amazing. Like the birth of new ideas. Some of you guys are really stepping into a more defined you, a more authentic version of you, a more childlike version of you, which is freaking amazing. Let's see what the next card is. Ooh, storm warning. Okay, well, it was real happy for a minute. So, storm warning is basically exactly what it says. You know, there's something coming. There's something that's either recently came or that's coming where you are going to have to assert yourself. You are going to have to own your power. You are going to have to be yourself. Now, a storm doesn't necessarily mean like an actual storm is coming, or even that, like, you know, it's like a tower moment or anything. 10, the 10th house is also power, by the way. 1 is all about the self. So you may have to make a decision, or you may have to do something, and like maybe expose something with the sun there, or see something, or take some kind of action, or something along those lines that may cause some disruption, but you have to do it in order to find your power, basically. That could definitely be a scenario that could be going on here. And hold on one second. I just recently got these cards, so I'm going to see what the book actually says about storm warning. I'm not going to read all of it. So clouds on the horizon. This card indicates a potential difficulty either in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is to be cautious yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even the worst storm passes. Always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. That is literally everything that I was just saying. So yeah, this is a time where you have to maybe put yourself out there. You have to assert yourself. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to do this if you want clarity. Like the sun is also clarity because we see things, and I feel like you see this storm coming, pile number 3. Like it was saying, you can already hear the thunder. Like you know something's happening. Like you're being pushed to really own your power, and it's really important that you do so. So this could be at work, with a relationship, you know, wherever in your life. So wherever it resonates. So definitely let me know down below if this is resonating so far, because this is really powerful. So it may not be for all of you that pick this pile. What's interesting is it looks like she's got maybe a moon, but possibly a sun behind her head. And 10 is the number of power. Like it's the 10th house is all about power and achievements. And you're gonna feel so relieved and so achieved. Like you're gonna feel proud of yourself if you do this, and you're gonna have major answers and clarity if you do this. It's going to help you with your confidence and everything. Like, so this is insane. I'm sorry, I'm just a little shook right now at how all this relates to each other in so many different ways. Let me look at the sun card really quick. I feel like I'm leaving something out. Yeah. So I really feel like for some of you, stepping up and taking control of a situation is going to help you out majorly with confidence, abundance, success, and more, with the sun there. So that's amazing. It's just really important for you to stay calm while doing this. Like, I'm not telling you to go out and fight someone or to cuss someone out. I'm just telling you that there's a lot of power going on here. There's a lot of finding one's life force, finding one's power, being one's authentic self. And it's going to create a brand new start for you with 10 and 1. Like, it's going to create a brand new start for you, you know? And then 10 and 1 make 11, which is like the universe's number, you know what I mean? It's a very spiritual number, balance. And that's a choice as well. So it's like, it's almost like, you know, 11 is 1 and 1, you know, and 2 is a choice. So it's almost like you have to make a choice, you know what I mean? And some of you could even be like too powerful, or maybe not doing your not doing things from a happy, confident place, but doing things from ego. You know what I mean? So watch out for that too, because that's the lower octave of the sun, is doing things out of ego and whatever. But I feel like you'll know, like if you're a very closed off person and you need to assert yourself, you know you're being pushed to do it. If you're already like an assertive person and you're kind of caught up in ego and pride and thinking that like you're better than people or whatever, then I feel like something is going to kind of humble you. You know what I mean? So if you're already humbled, then you're just being pushed. So let's go ahead and move on. Oh my gosh, Phoenix rising. This is insane. Pile number 3. You guys are like, okay, so 3 and 2 is 5, which makes the 5th house is ruled by the sun, which is crazy. 5 is half of 10. I mean, I can't. Anyways, so Phoenix rising. This is basically rising from the ashes. This is basically, you guys, pile number 4, some of you guys are going through some transformation. You're going through some turbulence. You're going through some change. I'm not even going to lie. That's apparent with storm warning. You know what I mean? There's definitely a change happening, or that's slowly starting to happen, or that's that you know is coming, whatever. But it's very, very important that you realize that this change is so good for you. It is helping you connect with your authenticity. It is helping you connect with your consciousness, your confidence, and you are going to be born from the ashes. Like, you are going to find your way, and it's going to be a really beautiful thing. Like, I wish I knew you so I could watch this happen, because I love when people find their power and like all of that. That's why I'm doing my Soulology course on Patreon, which, by the way, if you're interested, please go check it out. It's a monthly course that I'm doing. Well, it's not like, basically we talk about new topics each month, but it's not like a monthly course, but you pay monthly for it. But the course is going to last for a long time, but we're going to do many different sessions in the course. So anyways, if you're interested in that, definitely go check that out. But anyways, yeah, so you are just evolving, and it's really, really beautiful. Pile number 3. So let's go ahead and see what the next card is. North Node. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. If you guys know anything about the North Node or anything about astrology, you see why this is like, what the heck, you know? Anyways, it says, have faith. Do not worry. Now is the time. There will be success, benefit. This is amazing. The North Node is about the lessons that you're here to learn. It's about our destiny, our purpose in life. And I'm going to also be teaching this a lot about astrology and these things and purpose and all of that in my Soulology course as well. But so yeah, the North Node is where we're going, what we're here to learn, and our purpose. And so our South Node is the opposite of that, and that's where we feel trapped. So I feel like some of you could have your North Node in Leo, or your North Node in the 5th house or the 10th house, or something along those lines. If you don't, it's fine. Some of you could even have it in the 1st house. But I'm just saying, like, you don't have to have that to resonate with this. If you resonate, you resonate. Whether, you know, you fit all the qualities or not, it's your reading if it resonates. So anyways, but yeah, the North Node is very, very about your purpose, your destiny. And so I feel like whatever change is happening, it's pushing you to your purpose, to your North Node, pile number 3. Like, whatever's coming is literally helping you rise to your North Node and learn the lessons. So let's see what the next house. Oh my god, the 1st house. We have the card, which is, or the sun, which is the 1st card of that deck. This is insane. This is all about who you are, your identity, your power, the mask that you wear to the world, and who you are authentically as well. Because I don't know why I just keep getting this like authentic feeling, you know what I mean? And so anyways, the 1st house is, it says who you are, your desires, your actions. It says immediate, like immediately doing it on your own, the way you project yourself to the world. So yes, there's some kind of change that is happening, and no one can help you through it. You do have to do it alone, but you are going to be so grateful for this in the end, because it's teaching you who you are, it's showing you who you are, it's connecting you with that source, that life force within inside of you, your soul, your spirit, all of that, and it's pushing you to your purpose. It's literally like, this is so karmic, but not in like a unfavorable way, but like it's very fated. Whatever is happening here is very fated. So, ooh, I guess I accidentally gave you guys 3 of these cards instead of 2. Okay, so conditioning. So this is the devil normally in the regular Rider Waite. So the thing about this is, so basically there could be a Capricorn, because you do have number 10. Capricorn's the 10th sign. So there could be a Capricorn in your life. I think who was it? I think pile number 2 also had Capricorn come up in their reading. But anyways, so there could be some fear holding you back though. You could be scared, or you could feel like the reason you don't want to speak out, or the reason you don't want to assert yourself or stand up for yourself, is because maybe somebody is, maybe you feel like someone has power over you or something along those lines. But it's really important for you. So yeah, strength is reversed. So this tells me that you are scared to do something. You're scared to take some kind of action in some way. There's a certain amount of courage here, and that you need to face to get over your insecurities about this. So then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So this is beautiful as well. This is about grounding, maturing, money, physical things. And then we have the Six of Cups as well, which is about the past. So I honestly feel like you're growing up here, but you're scared. There's some big change that you know is going to like really mature you, transform your life, and push you in a new direction. But you're scared. That's kind of what I'm getting with this. You're scared that it won't work out, or you won't find that power, but I'm telling you, you will. Like, it's so evident in this reading. So yeah, pile number 3, that is basically, I think, everything that I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope it's helpful. If it doesn't resonate now, maybe come back in September and check again. Please let me know down below if it did resonate. I'd love to hear your feedback, and plus your comment may help someone else. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and let's move on to pile number 4. Hello, this reading is for those of you that picked pile number 4. This is the last pile. I've already read the other 3 piles, that's why they're no longer here. So this is the pile that you picked if you picked pile number 4. And let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start with the bottom cards first and work our way up to the top, okay? So, first things first, your first card, pile number 4, is gratitude. Part of me like hates this word because it's so overused, and everyone tells you like gratitude, just have gratitude, blah 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 blah. And it's hard to have gratitude if you don't have gratitude. Basically, it's hard to feel grateful for something if you don't feel grateful for something. So it's almost like you have to lie to yourself about it, right? It's like you're having to write down a gratitude list even though you're not grateful for those things, you know? But true gratitude comes from, at least in my experience, comes from love. It comes from compassion. It comes from humility, or being humbled. More than anything, humility and being humbled. That is where gratitude comes from. So some of you guys, pile number 4, could be going through a situation where you feel a little bit humbled, or you feel kind of stuck, or like you're not grateful for anything right now, or it's really hard for you to be grateful for things right now and you're not sure how. I mean, one of the best things you can do is basically, without like losing everything, to be grateful for what you had. One of the things you can do basically, I mean, it may or may not help, but is really think about how your life would be if you had nothing, or think about how maybe it was in the past when you may have not had the things you had now. Or, you know, maybe look at other people's lives and see like other people that may have it a little bit harder than you. So I feel like, you know, it normally does suck. It normally takes something humiliating or humbling to happen for us to feel grateful for what we have, which isn't fun, but that's it. But some of you could be feeling just really grateful. Maybe something happened and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Like, I'm so extremely grateful. Like, and you know, gratitude, when it is felt, is an amazing feeling. I actually felt it recently for the first time in a long time. Not I guess in a long time, but to like an extreme amount. You know what I mean? I felt it in like an extreme amount, and I felt grateful for everything, not just like, oh, my life right now. Like, I felt grateful for everything and everyone, no matter who they were, or what they did, or what happened. Like, I was truly, truly grateful, which was an amazing experience to have. But basically, it's not always going to be like that. You know what I mean? And so we have to try to stay in a humbled mindset if we can. So moving on, so your next card, pile number 4, is cornucopia. Interesting. So this is 11, so that is like a universal number. Some of you guys are literally like, something happened and you're just like maybe your perception on life has changed and you're like, wow, like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is my life now, you know, like, or something changed that you're really, really grateful for. So I am looking in the book for this card because I am still getting to know this deck. And for this card, it says wishes fulfilled. An abundant harvest and great blessings are waiting for you, and you may even find all your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all the above. When you receive the cornucopia upright, you know that you've done important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and spirit is applauding all of your effort. So that is amazing, pile number 4. So a lot of you are having something happen that you've wanted or that you didn't expect, even, that you're going to be extremely grateful for, and that's amazing. So yeah, I'm a little jealous here. I wish I would have like picked a pile before for myself, but yeah, there's a lot of things that are being fulfilled, I feel like, for you with these 2 cards. So some of you, though, that may feel like, well, nothing's being fulfilled yet. Remember, this is September. Some of it could resonate already. Some of it could resonate a little, as because like the seeds for September are planted before September. So, and they're still being planted. So just remember that if you're not feeling grateful, if you're not feeling happy, and if you're not feeling humbled, then maybe you need to kind of try some exercises to help get you there. Because I feel like for some of you, this is going to be really simple, but it's going to be enough. And for others of you, it's going to be enough, but it won't feel like enough, if that makes sense. So it's really important that you get your perception and your head right. You know what I mean? Ooh. Then we have deceit. Interesting. Gratitude, cornucopia, then deceit. So it's almost like we have all this abundance, we have this great stuff come in, but some of you could end up deceiving it, like I was just saying. You know what I mean? Now that could be for some of you. For others of you, this could literally be someone in your life that is showering you with things with kind of like a not so great intent behind it. I feel like it's almost like a bad genie in a bottle, like a evil genie in a bottle or something like that. So yeah, I really feel like someone, either you or someone that you know, could be using you, or could be, or you could be maybe using someone else. Just put it where it resonates. But, and you're not, like, this person isn't grateful for all that you're giving them or all that you're doing for them, you know, and it's just kind of like on and on and on and on. And there's just, you know, it's they're deceiving you basically. So let me see really quick what the book has to say about this. It says hidden tactics and manipulation. This card comes as a warning that there may be some deception going on in your life. The person hiding behind the curtain is likely someone you know or deal with either personally or professionally. The duplicity could be regarding a personal issue, like someone spreading rumors or disrespecting you to others, or it could be a business matter where the details are being hidden or even manipulated. Be aware of what is going on in your life. The man behind the curtain is holding a bag of something valuable, so watch your money and your good name, and make sure you have all of the information you need to keep things honest and secure. So it also says a deeper meaning could be that the deception is actually coming from within. Is there something that you're lying to yourself about? In this case, the bag of valuables may be holding things like self-esteem, happiness, and even leisure time. Whether it's about your life or yourself, remember that the universe has a hard time sending you honoring experiences if your energy is shrouded in self-deceit. So yeah, like I was saying before, this could be your own energy, and for some of you it can be someone outside of you. In fact, for most of you, I think it may be someone outside of you that is, you know, just that just takes and takes, you know. And for some of you, you guys could get some kind of money that comes in, or some kind of gift, or some kind of abundance of something that comes in, and you're like, wow, this is amazing, but there could be some kind of hidden thing behind it that you don't know about. So just be careful with that. Pile number 4. So let's see what your next card is. Courage. Interesting. So I feel like there may be someone that you may need to stand up to in September for pile number 4. There's, and like that light in his hand is really kind of speaking to me here. It's almost like there's someone you need to expose. There's someone you need to see for who they really are. There's someone that you that you're going to find out some things on, that some answers could come to you. It's like for some of you, and this is just like a random thing that just came to me, for some of you, you guys are living a really good life right now, or there's or things are getting really good for you, and you've came such a long way, and you've really you're really changing your perception. But part of it is you became a little too nice, and there's someone that does not have the best intentions that is in your life, that is possibly taking from you or using you for something. So it's really important for pile number 4 to have the courage to see this. Some of you don't even want to see it. Some of you are turning a blind eye to it, and for some of you it's yourself. You know what I'm saying? So for some of you, your perception is keeping you from amazing things that you could be being gifted right now. So let's go ahead and see what the next card is. Okay, so we have Aquarius, genius, experimentation, discoveries, results from eccentricity, your vision, what's new and different, use an unconventional way. So Aquarius is all about being different. It is all about doing things in a more eccentric way, some kind of like more logical, technical thinking, or thinking outside of the box, things like that. Let's go ahead and see what the next card is. Ooh, the South Node. So some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius. With courage here, there may also be a Leo, but it doesn't have to be. There may be a Gemini with the 11 there. It doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying those are possibilities. So it's kind of like, I think some of you are afraid to kind of step out of the box, or step out of what is expected of you. You could find out some, like, you know, it's about, Aquarius is about, you know, discoveries and stuff, and so I feel like some of you may definitely be discovering some things. With the South Node here, it feels like this could definitely be a karmic situation with the South Node involved. So the South Node is about remembering, reconsidering. Now is not the time. And then there will not be anxiety and trouble. So the South Node is basically where we kind of fall into vicious circles, and, you know, repeat the same things over and over again, because it's where we're comfortable, but we don't even realize it's where we're comfortable. We think it's hell, but we're attracting all of it because that's all we know. You know what I mean? So and the North Node is where we're trying to go, and we're trying to get comfortable. So anyways, I think some of you are trying to move on with your life. You're, you know, some good things are starting to happen for you, but it's time to leave the past in the past, and it's time to leave any karmic situations or karmic beliefs about yourself or other people in the past as well. For some of you, this could be a money thing. Maybe someone helped you with money, and then now they're using you for money, and you feel bad. So you know, you're kind of stuck in this financial situation now. So you guys will definitely need courage to stand up to this, and to move on from this. So it's really important that you find the courage, and courage is not the lack of fear. Courage is facing the fear, even when it's there. You know, it's you know, understanding the fear, accepting the fear, and then facing the fear. It's not that you don't have fear, it's that you're just doing something about it. You're taking action. You know what I mean? So some of you could kind of be the opposite and feel like you're not getting enough of something, or you could be ungrateful for something, therefore you deceive someone, you know what I mean? And it's, I'm telling you, it's not gonna turn out well, okay? And for some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius, since Aquarius came up. All right, so we have intensity. So yeah, some of you guys are having some intense times here coming up. It started off really good. I was like, wow, but then we're kind of getting a little cray-cray here. With the intensity coming up with the South Node, this tells me that this definitely is probably a very intense karmic relationship, or karmic lesson in some way, and it's like been very hard for you to take action and to you know, get away. It's been very hard for you to detach yourself, but once you learn the lesson, you can detach yourself. Once you find that you know you don't deserve this, once you realize that you don't deserve this, that is when you can move forward, and stop allowing, you know, the toxicity and the karmic shit to happen in your life. You know what I mean? So we have the King of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So this is interesting. So we have the King of Pentacles. So some of you guys could be dealing with an earth sign, a fire sign, possible Leo, possible Aquarius. So any of those signs basically. And then we have the fixed signs, which is Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. So you don't have to be, but I'm just saying someone that you may be dealing with may be one of those signs, or you may be one of those signs. So we have the King of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, this isn't the King of Pentacles. What am I talking about? This is the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So basically, this is not wanting to let go. This is the magnet that I was just talking about with the South Node intensity. There is something that, for some of you, you're holding on to something, whether it's money, values, something that you feel is valuable that you do not want to let go of for dear life because you're so afraid to live without it. But the Wheel of Fortune is coming, and the Wheel of Fortune is unexpected, and it's going to put you in the right direction. So it is going to change things. It is going to shake things up, but it's also going to make things more fortunate. It's going to push you in a better direction. So even though you're so grateful for what you have, the gratitude and the cornucopia, it's time to let it go, to move on to bigger and better things, because you could have so much more. Now, for some of you, this could be this person that's taking from you, that's holding on to your money, whatever. Some of you maybe got lucky and you're trying to like hold on for dear life to this luck. Some of you guys may be having like a gambling issue or something along those lines, or someone in your life maybe. So yeah, I think it's I think this is playing it safe and not wanting to take a risk, not wanting things to shift or change for the better. And that's where the courage comes in. And then obviously, if you guys are picking up on anything else from these cards, you know, use that too. You know, if it resonates, then feel free to use that too. But I think if you have someone deceiving you, where you could be deceiving yourself, like I said, there's some kind of shift coming with the Wheel of Fortune here. There's some kind of change coming. It's definitely coming. For September for you guys. The seeds could already be getting planted. It's time to move on to bigger and better things, and leave the karmic stuff behind. So that is what I am getting, everything I'm getting for you guys, pile number 4, and that basically also concludes this video. That is all for the pick a card reading for September 2019. Remember, if some of these things didn't resonate, guys, you can always go back and rewatch when September begins or after September to see if it resonated more then. If you like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget, I am having a 30% off sale for all of my readings until August 25th, I believe, 24th or 25th. So definitely go check that out if you're interested. It's a really huge sale. It's like a really good, definitely go check that out if you are interested. I'm still doing the Soulology course, so check that out as well if you're interested. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you would like more, and I will see you guys in the September horoscopes. Bye.